It's when we're on admission at that hospital that I noticed that he cannot sit again, he cannot control his neck, he cannot, everything just turned upside down.
My educational background so far has been, let me say, not a bed of roses like every other one would want it to be. I happen to be living from Lagos to Ogun State. I happen to have a special teacher at home that was teaching me to tell me 3-letter words. And after some time, I came back to Lagos, joined my colleagues in primary school. Then the school I was attending, they had some functions and they had to close down. Due to the closing down of the school, I was left out. I felt left out, and then my parents started hunting for schools for me. Everywhere they turned to say, they can't admit a boy with disability. He can't cope in our school. For like some months, I wasn't going to school. Then one day, my dad just said, I should pick up my bag and follow him. And we went to a school nearby in our house, which is to the big private school. They actually saw me and conducted a test for me, and then they brought me back to primary 2, saying that that is where fit me the most. At that time, I was at the age of 9. My plan right now is to move ahead secondary school life and go to university, because after my JAMB I scored 222. I decided that okay, with this little I have gotten, I can actually forward to study my dream course, which is biomedical engineering.
My advice to other parents that have all these children at home, some used to lock them inside and it's not good. We have to bring them outside. We have to bring them outside. We have to show them love. Though there's a lot of stigmatization outside there, but we shouldn't look at them. Adebolu, everybody that knows me with Adebolu. They knows me very well with Adebolu, and I don't joke with him, because if I take him for granted, other two will take him for granted. I don't joke with him at all, and I don't allow people to insult him.
I wanted to go into the medical field as a doctor, but then I have a lot of things I had to consider. I had to consider my disability. I had to consider the type of background I come from. So I told myself that okay, if medicine wasn't going to work for me, I'll still stay in the medical field. I decided to go into biomedical engineering or biomedical science.
Growing up with Adebolu was actually very, very funny, because if my mom is actually fighting with someone in the house, Bolu there used to talk, as in even when he was very, very small, he used to talk like an adult. Like if my mom is fighting with someone, he'll be talking to my mom as though he's my mom's dad. Like he's always talking like a grown-up. So growing up with Bolu, we never treated him like, he was different. We never made him, we never made him feel as though he could not do some certain things, like he was limited to do some certain things. We encouraged him. You can't even bathe or brush Bolu's teeth at a certain age. He was already brushing his teeth himself at age 10. Even though he was not going to brush it well, he doesn't like people helping him. He likes, doing his things himself. He doesn't want to be pitied at all. I was literally his mom growing up, taking care of him, taking him to school, because then he could not walk. It was I and my cousin. We used to take him to school. We rotate it. It's either he backs Bolu to school and I carry the lunch box, or I back Bolu and he carries the lunch box. So that's how we used to rotate it when we are going to school when we are coming back from school, we go there and pick him up. So growing up, people used to look at us like, why have these people like this? But we never made him feel, you know, worthless or useless at any point. We always laughing, you know, we wanted him to feel the love. We're always laughing around him, you understand, always supporting him, always playing with him. You see us playing. Mommy used to shout like, Emma Shomoyi, please. So it was just like a normal. Bolu started walking when mommy gave birth to the set of twins. I think that was like when he was 8. That was when, I think when the twins started walking, that was when Bolu too started walking. So it was like they motivated him to walk and do some certain things. So most of all those things he could not do before. It was watching his younger ones, how they were growing up. They could do this, they could hold cup, they could hold this. So he was always, he wanted to do all what they were doing. So he was just encouraged with everybody that were around him.
My life of dressing and brushing up myself, I actually take care of myself. I feel like I don't really need a lot of people to do things. I like being independent. I don't like depending on other people on some certain thing.
The reality is, every day a child with intellectual disability is being born. Every second, every day. And we must continue the sensitization to tell parents that having a child with disability is not the end of the world. The first thing you need to do, which Adebolu's parents did and some other parents, is to support your child. See that there is ability in disability. When you have that in mind, that I want my child to thrive, that child will thrive, no matter the severity of the disability.
When you started growing up, I now realized that at home, people at home, they started discriminate. As a parent, I try to study that. I said, what can I do that people, the children around, they can move closer to him? I introduced toys. All these cars, I know that when they have all these small cars or toys, people, they come and use his own car, play with him. From there, he started having some friends. He started develop friends, started coming closer because before they are moving far away from him. When I gave him a toy, people, they come and play with him. A car, people, they come and play with him. They play together. I use that car to motivate him, not because of him. I know I cannot even ride it, but others, when they are riding him, you stay at the back. From there, they started become friends.
Parents with special kids like this, they should love them. They should show them love and support. They should not discriminate. They should not tie them at home. They should take them out. December, Easter period, even any other day, weekends. They should take them out and show them love. They should show them to the world. They should not just hide them and keep them at home that, no, I don't want people to see you that I have this kind of child.
Yeah,
you know.
Having disability isn't the end of the world. It doesn't define who you are. You define who you are. Fine, people will tell you that you can't do this, don't go there. But please, if you feel in yourself that you can do it, that you have the potential to do it, push forward, pursue it. Because when you finally make it, those people that push you back then, they'll not finally realize their mistake. My advice to parents with disability is that a lot of people bring different advices to you, but you have to put the interest of your child's future first. Your child with disability does not mean it can't be someone tomorrow. Whatever talent your child has, try to exploit it. Find out how it can be of a benefit for him tomorrow. Because if you say that, okay, my child has disability, let me lock him up. Trust me, tomorrow that child will become a liability to you instead of an asset.